so the first robotics goes into it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Throw it so the first robotics goes into it.
Intake.
Finally, never stop striving, reaching for your goals until you get there. But the truth is, even when you get there, even when you get here, standing on this stage, it's the striving, fighting, pushing yourself to the limit every day that you'll miss and you'll long for.
This video on First Updates Now is made possible by viewers like you and also the following sponsors. At Kettering University, over 30% of the student population was in high school robotics. These same students have received a portion of over $7 million in scholarships. Scholarship applications for FIRST students are now available. Get more information at kettering.edu/first. If your team is using SolidWorks, make sure you log into the 3D Experience platform to gain access to tutorials, collaborate with other users, and download the Charge Up field and kit up parts. Go to solidworks.com/first and click on Log into 3D Experience platform to gain access. If you want to join us for future fun streams, don't forget to click that follow button and turn on notifications so you know when we're live. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. View archives and unique content at youtube.com/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
So I had the first 4 teams in this group. So starting off with 1540, perennial contender in the Pacific Northwest District. Flaming Chickens are back with another awesome machine. Joining the hashtag Telescoping Arm Club, the robot keeps their CG low. With scoring on all 3 levels. The 180-degree rotation over the back, I think will help with some fast autos and ease of scoring. So they looked really awesome at their scrimmage, and I look forward to seeing how they fare at their first event, which is week 1 at Clackamas District event. I get all prepared. I get all prepared to say it, and then I see it, and I'm like,
that was the one a few years ago where the banner was missing a letter, so it was like Clackums or something like that.
Clackums.
Yeah.
Before we move on, we have to take a solid moment to appreciate the name of this robot for a lot of reasons.
The 1710 robot, the Flaming Chickens
yeah, real
robot.
quick, like Flaming Chickens, real quick. Their robot's name this year is Pesto.
Oh yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, Christine's gonna be a big fan."
I literally screamed.
Which context is one of Christine's dog's names.
Yes, context is
also,
big.
Though, solid, just solid robot name.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right, so moving on, I had 1710s, another great robot, a cool double pivot arm that gives them the flexibility to score on all different levels. I love they kept their end effector on this really, really light. A big thing we're going to see a lot this season is teams that have heavy mechanisms, 48 inches away from their robot frame. So they did a great job keeping that end effector super light, which is going to keep their scoring accurate, with all the movements that's required. So kudos to them for that. And another great robot, and you can see it week 3 at the Heartland Regional. So good luck to them. 1740 is next. I really love the first shot of the video in the library shooting the cube. It was kind of like the people were behind the bookshelf. And I call the style of this robot kind of a rear pivot arm. So it's low, but it's the pivot isn't toward the back of the robot. It just seems #solid to me. Everything seemed very well built. The robot looked confident, and those are things that stand out to me at events. It teams that look confident when they're performing their tasks, and this certainly fit the bill. So congrats to them, and you can catch them at their first event, week 2 at the Rhode Island event. And then last but not least, 6413. I just want to say congrats and incredible job prototyping. It's one of the best videos I saw of the prototyping process that you guys went through. I think for us on our team, we can definitely be better at prototyping, and learning from this video what you guys did would be a great place to look. So the stop motion sequence, I also loved in your video of the robot coming together. So your robot will certainly benefit greatly from all that prototyping effort, and you can root them on week 3 and 4 at the Arizona East and West Regionals. So that's what I had from this group. Mike, who did you see?
So starting off, I had 3928 Team Neutrino, and they'll hit the field this year as they competing at the Northern Lights and the Iowa Regionals. I think my favorite part of this video is the excitement we saw in some of the students' faces right as the robot went into action, probably for the first time. So that was pretty cool to see. A lot of shots of the robot working in the lab, but looks like they'll be able to handle their game pieces pretty well. So good luck to 3928. Moving on to 3926, they flew into premiere night pretty much right over that charge station. Was probably one of the smaller profile robots that we've seen so far of the night. They'll be able to sneak around defense and grab up some of those game pieces off the floor and score into the grid in those lower zones. I love the strategy here. I think it'll be a great addition to really any alliance. Just picking up the scraps off the floor, delivering to their alliance partners in those protected zones. They even did get a little week 0 practice in there as well. So good luck to the MP Airs, I think, at the Northern Lights and North Star Regionals. Up next was the Chargers 5409. They'll be taking the Ontario District this season with the um, a unique robot in this year's standards. I would think. They have a telescopic arm that goes up and over the robot, which accepts the cones from a floor intake, which I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of two separate things there. We're seeing a lot of all-in-one mechanisms, but that was a creative solution to the problem this year, taking pieces from the floor of the human player station. I also, we were kind of talking during the break there, but I also kind of love the insight that we get to see into the different workspaces of these teams. They have a really big workshop, as was shown off in their video. And then lastly, 45, and so good luck to 5409, the Chargers. And lastly, Team Scream, the generous donation of our latest giveaway, 4522, putting out an excellent robot this year. It took a minute to kind of put all those segments together, but man, what a cool machine they have. They take the cubes off the floor and shoot them into the grid. I just love that. They also have a telescopic arm that can extend very quickly, by the way, to deliver cones into the scoring position. 3 regionals lined up for Team Scream this year. There'll be Arkansas, Central Missouri, and the Bayou Regionals. Don't make a lot of predictions, but they just have a really hashtag solid for all you OG FRC Top 25 people out there. A really solid robot this year that I think is going to do very, very well. So that rounds it out for our Group C. And then, so I think we're about halfway through here. So we've seen a lot of great robots. As always, you can put in the chat who your favorite of that group was, and check out our Discord as well, where we'll have a voting form for all of the teams from this year.
This video on First Updates Now is made possible by viewers like you and also the following sponsors. If your team is using SolidWorks, make sure you log into the 3D Experience platform to gain access to tutorials, collaborate with other users, and download the Charge Up field and kit up parts. Go to solidworks.com/first and click on Log into 3D Experience platform to gain access. At Kettering University, over 30% of the student population was in high school robotics. These same students have received a portion of over $7 million in scholarships. Scholarship applications for FIRST students are now available. Get more information at kettering.edu/first. The Charged Up competition season is here. We have a ton of live Twitch and YouTube content coming to you. All of our uploads and archives, including shows, behind the bumpers, Finalysis, and more, are available at youtube.com/firstupdatesnow. Check out all of our FRC live shows, including FRC Recap and FRC Roundup on Mondays, and the FRC Top 25 on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. All live shows are archived to YouTube.